Beshem Hashem Naseh v'Nasliach. Tonight is Asara Be'av. Habal Nun Tova. We just went through Tisha B'Av, and Bezat Hashem, our prayers should be accepted. That this year should be the last Tisha B'Av that we went through. Bezat Hashem B'Shana Haba, as we said, the month of Av will be the father to all the Chodashim. It will be a father as is going to become a Yom Tov, Bezat Hashem.
Amen.
So, as we know, according to our Chachamim, the main section of Bet Hamikdash, Kodesh HaKodeshim, was burnt during the evening of the Tisha B'Av into the Asara B'Av. So it's very befitting that tonight we got together here. We almost have Asara. Baruch Hashem. I wanted to acknowledge the two Bachurim here that are from Yeshiva Gedola. We're not going to name them for Shidduchim purposes. And Bekarov, Baruch Hashem, we are very happy to have a good group. We are only 2 members away from Asara. Bezat Hashem, Ken Ibu, we should have Asara next time and many times to come. Rab Raphael Shlita here mentioned that Ramchal, Alav Shalom, put together a group of Asara to do Tikkun Chasod and the Limud Chasod. And he explains there that by doing the Tikkun Chasod, Limud Chasod, he was able to nullify many heavenly decrees, many Gezerot Ra'ot would nullify, to cancel them out. So obviously we're learning tonight for the zechut of learning, for the purpose of learning, and for no other alternative motives, but just to have it as a chizuk. Our learning is going to help a lot for Clan Israel this time of the night, and especially right after fast, after the Ta'anit, to come here and to come here and to put together a group here. There is a Sadiq here that he also doesn't want to be mentioned, but he texted me today that he had he had to say Kaddish over his dead refrigerator. Dead refrigerator, no, he didn't say Kaddish, but the refrigerator didn't die. The refrigerator died, and he had to do so many other things, right? Laundry and so many other homeworks that he had. And Baruch Hashem, he's still here among us. This is very nice. We want to really thank here. And Baruch Hashem, we have a Kohen here tonight as well. And Baruch Hashem, we acknowledge the Kohen here. I believe he's the only Kohen among us, right? He's the only Kohen, right? And you are Levi, right?
Levi.
Okay, so that's it. We have a Kohen, Israel, Levi and Israel, Baruch Hashem. Okay. This learning of tonight has been dedicated for Ilui Nishmat Rivqa Bat Moshe Chaim, and also for Lahavdi Ben Chaim Lechaim Lefuah Shelema of Sarah Rachel Bat Sheku and Tehila Bat Rivqa, together with the Lefuah Shelema of all Chole Israel and the Ilui Nishmat all Niftare Israel. Bezat Hashem, the zechut of this learning should be a protection for all Am Israel. All the singers among Am Yisrael should find their Ben Zug, B'Shar Tova Muslachat, and Be'ezat Hashem B'Surot Tovot. Amen. Okay, I thought it's befitting to do Ma'amar from Sefer Pele Yoetz, Arav Eliezer Papa Alav Shalom, who lived around 200 years ago. Last time I made a mistake, I said 150 years ago. Apparently, according to the latest research I did, was that he passed away around 200 years ago, and he was from Bulgaria or Bosnia. Okay, very good, Bosnia. So he put together this wonderful sefer of Pele Yoetz, the wondrous advice, and we're going to learn the Ma'amar of Avelut, mourning. Okay, so Avelut al Khurban Bet Hamikdash hu davar التلوی به معصه و بیفرد بزمن بین همه سلیم و یوم ولل لیتن اف بمقام הנחת תפילין, לישב אצל המזוזה ולומר סדר תיקון חסות. Now, this is unbelievable. This wasn't planned, but Baruch Hashem, tonight we had ashes. So, and we applied ashes, yes, Baruch Hashem, Sadiq here brought ashes. Sadiq here from Chafetz Chaim Yeshiva, right? We're not going to say who you are. And Baruch Hashem. And we put afar in ashes. This is all as a way to remind us of the Khurban Bet Hamikdash. And really the mourning, as Harav Papa Alav Shalom brings, the actual mourning is over the destruction of Bet Hamikdash. How do you do that? Especially these days, during the 3 weeks of Ben Hamesarim. That day and night, we need to remember this, especially during these 3 weeks. And when we say Tikkun Chasot, we put the ashes where the tefillin is placed by tefillin Shel Rosh, and we sit by the mezuzah, as we did it tonight correctly. If possible, it's always better to do it by the mezuzah. And we say the Tikkun Chasot. Omnam lo hama'aseh hu aygar rak sarich liyot ayin במר בוכה ולב נשמר ונדחה כעבל עם גודר ינחם בשברון מתניים על סעל השמיים. But it's not only the action that counts. More than that, the thoughts, the kavanah that we have, that really we need to come with a broken heart, that we lost Bet Hamikdash, the maqam of Hasharat Shekhinah, so many Saddiqim that we had, so many innocent blood has been spilled, and so many tragedies that happened since then. And most of all, the sa'ar of the Shekhinah, the pain of Shekhinah, we've been talking about this, that the pain of Shekhinah is very much, especially after the Khurban Bet Hamikdash, that the Shekhinah has departed, and Shekhinah is Qurcha Baruch has departed, and then Shekhinah is in the Galut. Hey, Shekhinte be Galuta. So we need to really internalize that. We need to bring it in. And all these actions help us to do that. Right? The Sa'ar of the Shamayim. והכל לפי הידיעה ולפי רוב ההבאה ולפי זכות הנשמה, הן אמת כי דלונו מאוד ואין איתנו יודע מה חסרנו ומה עבדנו ומה גרמנו בעוונותינו הרבים ומהו גלות השכינה. So, and really this all goes with the understanding, that we need to work on the understanding what Bet Hamikdash was. What a unbelievable role displayed for Am Yisrael, right? And with the love that we have towards HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and obviously the neshama that we have that understands this chisaron, that we don't have the Bet Hamikdash, we can mourn when we have the knowledge, we have the understanding. But really, truthfully, we're missing that understanding. The mankind is in a way that when you see something, you can connect with. If you never saw such a thing, if you never saw Bet Hamikdash, if you never saw Kohanim, Levi'im, bringing Korbanot, singing Mizmorim, and all those services in Bet Hamikdash, we can't really mourn over that. We never experienced it, we never had it once. So we need to educate ourselves, right? And unfortunately, because of our many Avelut sins, right, we don't understand what is happening in the Galut. Now, we here and there, we understand these tragedies. How many toddlers, how many young children during the summer got drowned in the camps.
What?
In East Coast. In East Coast, I don't know about here. In East Coast, somebody who's related to Arav Netanyahu's Bet Knesset, somebody from there who was in the camp in Baltimore got drowned. But Baruch Hashem, I think she's doing better, right? She's doing better, right?
I don't know.
Okay, it's related to someone. I don't want to say the name, but again, we need to remind ourselves, accidents happen, so many tragedies. ומהו גלות השכינה ועד היכן מגיע סערה וסערה העליונים התחתונים, until when we can, take all this sa'ar, all this difficulty of the sa'ar shekhinah, עליונים ותחתונים, not only HaKadosh Baruch Hu, all the seraphim, all the malachim, all the olamot shel mala, shel mata, they all mourn. Right? אז זה איתנו כל האדבים מכל מקום, כל אדם אינו חייב אלא כשיראו ויסרו בעצמו כאילו עמו חגורת שק ולובשת שחורים ומתעטפת שחורים, סועקת מרה קול ברמה, מנחמת כיונה, מה לשון אומרת. So, like imagine, one's mother, says Harav Pele Yoetz, one's mother who is screaming, who is wearing black clothing, sack clothing, and is giving a bitter voice, is crying like a yonah, like a dove. غلنه روشی و غلنه میزروئی بانیم گدرتی و رممتی و هن پشعوبی, as it says in Yeshaya, that I have raised children and now they are grown-ups, but unfortunately they have neglected me. Right? וכזאת, and things of similar. חי תנת ליבו דברים המאמרים את הלב. A living person needs to think about all these bitter experiences that we're going through. וישפוך את נפשו, to awaken his soul. Right? בכל יללה אולי יזכה ויראה בנחמת ציון בניין בית קודשנו ותפארתנו שיבנה במהרה בימינו אמן. That as we know from different sources, it's brought in Gemara, that those who mourn over the destruction of Bet Hamikdash, we spoke about this in previous Tikkun Kolel Chasot, that those who mourn, they will be zoche to see the rebuilding, the simcha. So that's the goal, Be'ezat Hashem. So, וממוסד דבר אתה תשמע כמה רע ומר המעשה שעושים קצת אנשים או נשים המתרעדים יחד לשמוח בשמחת מראות בליל מוצאי שבת ובשאר לילות ובפרט בלילות החורף ומרבים בשמחה של הבל אוכלים ושותים ומנגנים ומשוררים שירי אגבים ושירי עקום, אוי להם. Now, Harav Papo Alav Shalom B'Darcho Kodesh, he goes to something very nice. He goes, not only he explains to us, he says, he gives the musar, he brings real examples. Back in his time, until today, we see this unfortunately. That teenagers, maybe older than teenagers, they get together on Motzai Shabbat, on nights. They go to restaurants and they talk about Divrei Chol, they talk about Hevel Havalim, and unfortunately among them there is so many other problems that comes up. So, and they sing these songs of Goyim, Lo Aleli, and they partake in the Minhage Goyim, right, by just getting together and what they do. So Arab Papa Alav Shalom is informing us that which they're doing is wrong, right? And not only it's wrong, it actually goes against all this understanding, right? This time of the night that these individuals go through laughter and lightheadedness is not the time to do this. It's not the time to hang out and just be wasting your time.
By the way,
yes.
Pele Yoetz, where he wrote the book, made his city. Everybody followed him. And after he followed him, they say his city in Bosnia, there was not even one person that died young.
Wow.
And that's because he followed him. That was, they took all his Musar to heart. That's why he said they took it to heart, and that's why they say not even one single person died young.
From understanding.
Following his
Arab Netanyahu Shalita
advice.
mentions one of the best Sifrei Musar is Pele Yoetz. Okay, so let's go. Oy lahem, aha lehem, ki beli safech asimcha letuga yehafech lahem. That without a doubt, the temporary simcha that they are experiencing, will be changed. Or ba'olam hazeh or ba'olam haba will become chas v'shalom opposite of simcha in this world and in the world to come. Im lo yitenu lev lashuv, especially if they don't make teshuvah, they don't come back. Ki milevad kama isurim shechosim mushav esim. That there are many isurim, many sins that they are committing, right? Just by hanging around with these mushav esim, right? That's the avera by itself. Navlut pe, nivul pe that they say, Beshire agavim, the sons of the goyim, ve'amru rabotenu zichrona livracha, udena dishma zimra, ozen ashomea zimra, te'acher od ba, ki ka'as al-aviv, ben kesir umemar yoldato, ki yoman HaKadosh Baruch Hu. That, as we know, our Chachamim teach us, that the ear that hears these zimra, these songs of goyim, right, and that place will be uprooted. So, because this is causing ka'as, this is causing anger to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Obviously, that is in our understanding. Hashem has no anger in our way of understanding, right? Ki kesir memer v'yolato, because they are. I'm not sure what is exactly mean. Ki kesir umemar leyoladto, that they are
foolish.
They're being foolish, right? They are being foolish by what they're doing. Ki yoman HaKadosh Baruch Hu is saying you playing foolish. Oy banim az karim ol deraman nishma niyi bechiyat amron lachet lebakeh al baneha vehi kivitula חגורת סג וחשם ממרום יסעג וממון הקודשו ייתן חולו סעוב ויסעג עד נבהו ומלכי שלום ומר יבחון לכל סבא מרום במרום צדיקים וחסידים ומשיח צדקנו בוכים. Now Papa Arav Shalom explains, look, this time is the time, as we explained before, is the time that if these people are acting like this, they're going against so many spiritual beings. First and foremost, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, then Malachei Sharet, Malachei Shalom, then all the spiritual beings upstairs, downstairs, Tzaddikim, all the Niftarei Israel, that they lost their lives because of Kiddush Hashem and so many other problems, that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is roaring and screaming that He shows us His sorrow, and these people are just being careless, right? And not only that, Rachel Imenu is crying over his children, that the children are in the Galut, and Mashiach Sidrenu is also crying. Umit hakol al khurban Bet Hamikdash. What is this all for? All for the destruction of Bet Hamikdash. כשנכנע באבותינו ואנחנו באותו עת נהיה יושבים ומשוררים ששים ושמחים בשמחת מראות אין זה כי אם רע לב ומסיעות עיניים כי חייש היה לב רך הלבב ושמעו שהדברים האלה ייתן את ליבו שלא ילך עוד בשמחה מלאות כזה بساعت הרשות לך בכל עשר יהיה מותר ולא ישמח אלא בשמחה של מצווה ישמח ישראל ועושה. So overall, right, how could a person just ignore all this sorrow, this time of the night? That those people who go to marketplaces, they go to restaurants, they hang around at night, going to the midnight, and they having simcha of seeing each other, right? And this shows that unfortunately their eyes are closed. They don't understand what is happening. Right? A person needs to pay attention, not to go to these places of simcha that so-called is simcha. This is not the time to do that. Right? Actually, a person is only permissible to attend, right, simachot of happy occasions of simcha shel mitzvah. That the simcha of mitzvah that's the real true happiness. Yismach Israel be'osav. ובכלל מצווה אבלות הוא כי ימות לו מת שחייב להתאבל עליו שישמר לקיים דיני אבלות. Now, לא עלינו ולא עליכם. May HaKadosh Baruch Hu brings Mashiach Tzidkenu b'mehera v'yameinu, amen. And that there should not be death. But if there is death in one's family, then there is another mitzvah of Avelut, of mourning over the beloved ones. Right? And that's a mitzvah. Now, Harav Papo Alav Shalom explains that this mitzvah of Avelut is something that כמו שתיקנו חז"ל, כמפורש בלשון, בשולחן ערוך, as it explains in שולחן ערוך, to שולחן ערוך, and many poskim, they bring the laws of mourners. Right? And unfortunately, he says, there are some Amei Hades, lo yad'u lehizaer machmat chesron yediyah velomdim divrei Torah. There are some individuals that they don't know how to be a mourner, how to keep Avelut. Right? Those who became Avel, they need to keep Avelut. And by the way, this really helps. We don't need the psychologists and doctors to come tell us, but for somebody who lost a beloved one to express his sorrow, his or her sorrow, and to cry, this helps a lot. That this should not remain with them for the rest of their life, bothering them. It actually helps to give out, and people come, they do the mitzvah of Nechom Avelim, that mitzvah Nechom Avelim is even greater than Haknasat Orchim. There's so many ma'amarot on this, just the Nechom Avelim, that it's greater than Haknasat Orchim. And a person needs to really understand this. All that which Chachamim put together is for our benefit. And so even those who sit Avel, and they are not supposed to learn Torah for the time of Avelut, that week of Avel, that is the extreme, no Torah unless it's the Torah of Avelut, or that which is allowed as a mourner to study. So Harav Papo Alav Shalom says there are those who don't know what to do. They wear leather shoes, they learn any Torah they want, right? עוד לא ידעו להיזהר מחמת חסרון ידיעה ולומדים דברי תורה ונעלים סנדל של אור ומבקשים להסליח דעתם מן האבלות. So what this causes, they go work, right? And we see some mourners do that, they go work. The problem with that is that it's hasach that. Really, if you want to know the truth is that the mourner should stay home, should not even come out of the home. Right? Some Shirazi people have this minhag, and of course the minyan goes to them, everyone goes to see them. They don't go shopping, they don't go walk, nothing, because there is a concept of hasach ta'at. The person should be so focused with the mitzvah. This is the mitzvah. There is a hasach ta'at in this mitzvah too. You leave your house, you're not sitting there, there's a sakhta, there's interruption. Right? Velu chachmu yaskilu ki bizman shemidat hadin vetocha alav sarich leIsrael beyoter. Especially there is a lot of dinim, a lot of judgment is happening to the deceased and also to the members of that family, to the members of that family. So therefore they need to be home, they need to be more protected. LeIsrael beyoter, they need to be very careful. Lekayem kol davar ketichono ulekabel alav din shamayim. They need to accept the din shamayim. They need to say Baruch Dayan Aimet. Chas v'shalom. They shouldn't question Hashem. They shouldn't say, oh, this is not fair, this is not this, that. No. HaKadosh Baruch Hu has his own plans. He knows the best, and Hashem doesn't want anyone to, go through this mourning without a reason. There is dinim. Ubeko ibke שלושה ובכו יבכה שלושה ימים לבכי כיתונן אדם חי. And there are different levels. Chachamim teach us, the first 3 days, that's the extreme crying. גבר על חטאותיו, that חטאיו וכל 7 ימים יתעסק בחסד. And then he's crying not only that the beloved one is not there, no, and his own sins. Maybe his own sins caused this happen, the dinim to come. And also, this is charata, this is teshuvah, this is repentance. Right? And the 7 days, you should partake in hesped. Right? We talked about this is unbelievable. The 3 weeks that we just experienced, it was very similar to the mourning process. Is that we started from lower level going to more extreme level. That like a mourner that doesn't sit on chair on Tisha B'Av till Chasot, we didn't sit on chair, we didn't greet each other, right? And many similar laws with mourning, with the mourner. So we need to pay attention. The 7 days we need to eulogize the beloved one. The hesped, lesaper, shivchei hamet. We need to talk about the good things that this is one, the mitzvot. They should bring aliyah to the neshama. וכל אשר נמצא בו דבר טוב ילמד בדיני אבלות או בדברים הרעים באופן שלו. All of this should be in a way that would be befitting the Aton and should not take away the dad of the Avel. שערי אסור לשוחח אפילו שיחה הילדים, that the mourner cannot have just שיחת הילדים, right? Partaking childish acts.
No, talking to children.
Talking with children.
They say the children, the personal child, when you hold them, you talk to them.
You can't do that, right?
It makes you very happy.
Yes. Don't hug a child, right? When one is over or talking to them, right? כדי שלא יסיח דעתו, in order not to keep the focus, not to forget the focus, וכאשר יקיים דברי חכמים, מובטח לו שהוא יוסיף לדעבה, or that this way he would not have more of דעבת עוד. Is more of the mourning sorrows, right? So, okay.
What if it's your own children? It's okay?
That's what we're talking about.
Talking about your own children?
Who is the mourner cannot hug his own children.
Because makes him very happy.
Yeah. Hugging, kissing, also on Tisha B'Av one.
What if they're sad also?
Huh?
What if they're also
the
sad?
Mom, to go tell the mom to take off.
Yeah.
The first few days, the 7 days.
Yeah, I experienced that when my mother, Allah Shalom, passed away. Very difficult.
Many people don't know this. Many people don't know, but it's very difficult, but it's a part of the Avelut.
It's one part of Avelut, yeah. וראוי לכל אדם כי מטרה במינתה חס ושלום שיבקש ספר דיני אבלות והם הנוסעות. Then Pele Yoetz goes on to say, I'm going to go through this